predictions of the dead witch that I would take her bargain, unseat her sister, serve her deceptions to survive the witness, that my fate is not my own. Did she learn nothing from the Traveler? Any rule can be unseated by a choice. Xivu Arath, god of battlefield filth. Savathun, god of the false and polluted. You have forgotten you were born as prey. I will remind you. Now is the time, my acolyte, my guardian. The truth is in the cards. The blood whispers, Asa's mewling suffer song. The venom surge behind my eyes. This will be our final tithe. Let it be glorious.
Eris Morn stands before you in her hive form, brimming with power. She dismisses Savathun's predictions as lies built on lies and tells you that any rule can be unseated by a simple choice. She raises her voice and challenges the hive gods themselves. Xivu Arath, god of battlefield filth. Savathun, god of the false and polluted. You have forgotten you were born as prey. She grins viciously. I will remind you. The air distorts around her form as the power of the tithes of all the guardians pulse through her. Now is the time, my acolyte, my guardian, she says. This will be our final tithe. Let it be glorious. Complete Savathun's spire. Let's do it. Oh, I'm excited. This is it. This is the culmination of all the work that we've put in the last 3 months. More like last 2. We still gotta have time for Festival of the Lost. Some say they were loading into the spire even to this day. There we go. Oh man. I hate when someone skips the cutscenes. That's cool. You know, we probably wouldn't have had this black loading screen. It probably would have loaded over the top.
Ascend the spire and hone your magic, Guardian.
Use the tithes to unleash their power.
Well, that definitely comes in handy. I'm glad they still let us have our grenades at least. Deposit it. There we go. I got all the time in the world now that I have solar attunement because it gives me restoration if these don't hurt anymore. All the time in the world. All around the world. Go this way. Here we go. Go. And thus we ascend.
When the Hive gods made their pact with the worms of Fundament, they were bound to fulfill their ambitions lest their worm devour them. Oryx sought understanding. Savathun sought lies and trickery. Xivu Arath has spatted her worm on the strength of civilizations. And all that remains of those are the epitaphs etched in the pages of Hive Apocrypha.
She always like this? Lighten up a little. Yeesh.
He's such a little turd. Why is this one guy going so far ahead? Like, chill, dude. Okay, there you go.
One of Savathun's experiments with Arclight.
Interrupt its charge.
Yoink.
Conduct the charge of arc to the inert crystals.
Then we just pass it on. There we go. That makes 4. There we go. Cleared that lickety split. Equal star.
You're going toe-to-toe with Xivu Arath. Wonder what that tussed-up tyrant thinks about that.
The Empress trusts Eris to get this done. After everything with her father, she's earned some rest.
Too tuckered out from her daddy issues to do it herself, huh?
I'll pass along your concern. I'm sure she'll want to thank you in person.
Dead ahead. I think he's trying to get that chest, so let's go ahead and let him get it. Oh, there he goes. Come on, come on. Yeah!
Clear out the scorn and take the spire.
I'd like to know what that hit. Ah, jeez. Give me like half a second more and I'd have proc Devour.
You're done. Now get out before you break anything else.
We are not your hive, and you cannot give us orders.
Ha! As if you could hold up against my hive. Where'd your ghost go again? Oh, right. She's dead.
Speak carefully.
Luckless lowlight.
Cretin, enough. Both of you.
Ikora,
Enough.
Now, visit the hollow projector in the helm. Best dressed, the curse of having stellar drip. It's a curse I carry with pride. I am burdened with glorious drip. I know there's a cutscene coming up. And they always show whatever's in your primary slot, whether it looks good or not. I'm wondering if I want to come in here with Hager Scepter. Screw it, let's do it.
This is it, Guardian. Eris consulted her cards one last time, and departed for the oubliette in Savathun's throne world. She awaits your final tithe. Before she left, she asked me to ready something for Transmat from the tower security vault. And I agreed. Everything is on the line. Asa, the Vanguard, the fate of the Soul System and beyond. Empower her, Guardian. Give Eris the strength she needs to reshape the entire Hive Pantheon. And then, all we need to do is get out of her way.
Ikora has little time for niceties. This is it, she tells you. The final tithe. She asked me to ready something for Transmat from the tower security vault. Ikora tells you, but does not elaborate. Eris waits, and the time is of the essence. Empower her, Guardian, Ikora says. Give Eris the strength she needs to reshape the entire Hive Pantheon. And then, all we need to do is get out of her way. Well, here we go. Bastion has invoked the right of Gator Gun. Let's do it. Sunder.
This is it, Guardian. Eris is ready for the final tithing ritual. This is our last and best opportunity to deal a real blow to Xivu Arath. I know this may seem like a long shot, but we have to trust in Eris. She made herself for this moment. You both did.
All right.
It's been fun watching you play Hive, but this has gotten out of hand. You activate the oubliette again, and Xivu's goons are gonna go full Torah bottle on this place.
You lack imagination, underling. You shall soon witness the consequences of your master's apostasy.
Ooh. I like it whenever Hive Eris talks to Imaru like that. Calls him underling. I'm sure he loves that.
Oh no! Xivu's calling up the Leviathan Eater. He's been around since Fundament. A real heavy hitter. I'm getting out of here, and you should too. Stick around and you'll end up a grease stain.
You will go nowhere. This is the culmination of the bargain you proposed. You will witness our triumph, or perish as one of us.
Whoo! I like that she's finally... Ooh, I like how she's talking to him. You will witness our triumph or perish as one of us. Oh, yeah, that line. Oh, that line. Rejoice, worshipper, you have sounded the horn of battle and war has arrived. Okay, here we go. Speak with Eris Morn, Altar of the Sword.
Go forth, eater of Leviathans, scourge of the sky. Raise my sister's court, and tithe the ashes to thy jar.
Oh, this is cool. Okay, this is such a cool arena. The Battle of Champions. This is cool. Where am I depositing it? Okay, I see it now. Bane of the Ammonites. And then there he goes again.
They're about to bomb this place flat.
Return to our ritual circle, my acolyte. Your mastery of spellcraft shall be our salvation.
Oh! Oh, this is cool. I have a small, tiny bubble and a ton of void explosives. I think I'm good. The Leviathan Eater charges.
Impale them with your light and send them straight into the deep.
Impale them with your light and send them screaming into the deep. Hell yes. Kill him with the gator gun. Gator gun 2.
In the name of all
Hive
the
gods.
Hive have stolen,
Eris, I've arranged the transmat, but once she's here, we'll lose containment. We can't go back on this one.
One last atrocity.
This wasn't the agreement. Xivu is still a threat.
Do it. You will not have another chance.
Eris Morn. Finally out of her shell. It looks good on you, honey.
I am your ruin.
Savathun has not been killed by a hive since she lost her worm. Stored eons of potent lies and deceit.
All Savathun's power, plus the tithes of the Guardians.
Eris Morn is the strongest hive there has ever been.
Hear me, dead things. I let this moment pass unnamed, without song. This is the rejection of your sad legacy. Xivu Arath, agitator, fomenter, what a world cyst you have built from your conquests. No more. Now and forever, you are banished. I ought.
Guardian, it is done. When I killed Savathun, I claimed her eons of stored power. For a moment, I surpassed even Xivu Arath herself. The macabre gifts of the Hive awaited, a pitted plain of open graves. It was magnificent. I rejected them all. Instead of challenging Xivu Arath, I severed her connection to her throne world. She is mortal now, wherever she may be. Mortal and furious. Refusing conflict split my ritual's foul call. Her tithes drained from me, and now here I stand. A woman who was briefly a god. Ikora tells me Amaru resurrected Savathun. She fled, but left Amaru here, as my ward. An irksome peace offering, for me to destroy if Savathun moves against us. But I am weary of destruction. You may continue to explore Savathun's throne world, as the Queen of Lies is never to be fully trusted. But for now, I would like only tea. Tea and silence.
Eris Morn stands before you once more. She is fully human, triumphant, and exhausted. "It is done," she says. "When I killed Savathun, I claimed her eons of stored power. For a moment, I surpassed even Xivu Arath herself. Instead of challenging Xivu Arath, I severed her connection to her throne world. She is mortal now, wherever she may be. Rejecting the sword logic's power shattered the ritual's hold over her. Now here I stand," Eris says. "A woman who was briefly a god." Amaru has resurrected Savathun, and the Hive God insisted she had already given us the secrets of the witness in exchange for her freedom. She left Imaru on the vanguard. Eris is free to destroy him if she feels Savathun is conspiring against humanity. But I am weary of destruction, Eris says. For now, I would like only tea. Tea and silence. That seems reasonable. A woman who was briefly a god wants only tea. Tea and silence. I'm not gonna lie, there for a half a second, I saw this ending with a brief feeling of, wait, is that it? But then hearing how Eris feels, how she ended the calamity by simply refusing to fight, it gives it a sense of a peaceful end. And I kind of like that.
Mission report number 472.622.3. Regarding our ongoing attempts to breach the extra-spatial portal within the Traveler, I'm relieved to report that Eris's risky plan worked. Her final ritual banished Xivu Arath from her own throne world. The Hive God of War is vulnerable for the first time in millennia. When the time comes, we can finally force a decisive engagement against her. But first, we have to deal with the Witness. To that end, it seems the Witch Queen held up her end of the bargain. I didn't want to let her go, but Savathun offered some enticing collateral. She left Imaru in Vanguard custody. He's an odious little wretch, but an important one. As long as we control the Witch Queen's connection to the light, she'll think twice before crossing us. It went against my every instinct to let Savathun squirm away again. But we need to keep our attention on that portal. She gave us the secret to breaching it. Now, we just need to discover what form it's taken. For now, Asa is back in hibernation, and Eris is recovering. More than that, she's thriving. I was worried that Eris's obsession with the Hive would overwhelm her, but she's carrying herself with an air of confidence I haven't seen in a century. And I'm just glad to see her happy.
Guardian, what have you been working on in here? A pattern in Savathun's wings. She did give us what she promised. The last wish.